excuse my appearance. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough week. I just been working and working and working and working. But y'all, welcome to my freestyle tutorial. And I know y'all probably like, how is you teaching us something that you freestyling? I did a little something and it's super simple, so I figured I'd teach y'all while I'm making it. So we're gonna do a bouquet of flowers bag. So when you draw it up, it's gonna look like a bouquet of flowers. I know what I would do differently, so that's what we're gonna do now. So here's how I achieved this bouquet of flowers bag. So for this project, you'll need 3 skeins of yarn. The first color is for your basket. This time I'm using brown. As you can see with the other one, I used like a tan. Then you'll need a green for your leaves. I use this shade. You'll use neon, dark green, whatever color green you want. Then we'll need a color for the flowers. For this project, I used hot pink. I think next time I'm gonna do red and black. Yeah, I think. Then we'll need a pair of scissors and we'll need a crochet hook. Now, I used my 5.25 millimeter hook. You can use whatever size you want, but keep in mind though, however big or small your hook is however big or small your bag will be. So we're gonna start the first row off with a slip knot, and then we're gonna chain 3. Then we're going to do 8 half double crochets in the 3rd chain from the hook. Then you're going to join at the top of the first stitch. Now we're going to take the other end and pull it and draw the circle closed. Now for row 2, we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the very first stitch and then each stitch all the way around. You should end this row off with 16 stitches. And then we're going to join at the top of the first stitch. Row 3, we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the very first stitch. And then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. And you're going to continue that all the way around. Basically, for the foundation, we're doing the same rounds that we do for my bucket hat pattern. That's how I start out most of my circular projects. It's just easier for me to keep count and it just always comes out even. Row 4, we're going to chain 2. We're going to do 1 half double crochet in the very first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. We should end this row with 32 stitches. And then join at the top of the first stitch. Row 5, we're going to chain 2. We're going to do 1 half double crochet in the very first stitch. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. So we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And then we're going to do that all the way around. We should end this row with 40 stitches. And then join at the top of the stitch. Row 6, we're going to chain 2. And then 1 half double crochet in the very first stitch. And then 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So a total of 4 stitches. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. This row should end with 48 stitches. And then we're going to join at the top of the stitch. And that completes the foundation. So for the first row of the body, we are crocheting in a back loop only. So if you can see here, I'm going to put both loops on my hook, as you can see here. And we are only working in the back loop. So we're going to chain 2, and we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch and each stitch around, back loop only. You should end this row with 48 stitches. As you can see, we got like this seam right here that separates the top from the bottom. And then we're just going to join at the top of the stitch. Row 2 of the body, we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to skip the first stitch. And then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, using both loops. Now on stitch 6 of the previous row, we're going to do a front post half double crochet. So we're going to stick our hook under the post. Like, the post is in the front of the hook. A front post half double crochet. And then 1/2 double crochet in the next 5 stitches. You'll see like a little stitch here. We're going to go in the next stitch. The next 5 stitches, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. And then on the 6th stitch of the previous row, we're going to do a front post half double crochet. And you could tell where you should put your front post half double crochet, because on the foundation rows, it'll be the stitch that have the 2 stitches in the same stitch, if that makes sense. After you finish your last 5 stitches, you're going to look for that last stitch from the previous row. Again, it's the stitch that has the 2 stitches in the same stitch. And you're going to do your last front post half double crochet. And then you're going to join at the top of that stitch. Now for row 3 to row 14, you're going to do the same thing that you did for row 2. 1/2 double crochet in the next 5 stitches. And then 1 front post half double crochet in the 6th stitch from the previous row. You'll notice the indentations on where we're supposed to do our front post half double crochet in this row and rows to come. So it won't be no reason to place like a stitch marker or nothing. It will become a pattern. You'll know that we're doing 5 half double crochets and then 1 front post half double crochet in the indentation. And in a few rows, you'll see our basket start to take shape. Once we're at row 14, the body of our bag should look like this. So row 15 is just a ruffle. So we're going to chain 3. And in the front loop only, if you can see it right here, see I pulled it up on both loops. We are only going in the front loop on each stitch all the way around. So we're doing 3 double crochets in that first stitch in the front loop only. 3 double crochets in the same stitch, and we're going to do that for each stitch all the way around. And you'll notice the ruffles start to ruffle. Now, you can make your ruffle as dramatic as you want, but me, I'm okay with just one row of ruffles. I don't want my ruffles to drown out my flowers. Now to do the leaves, we're going to do a slip knot, and we're going to use those back loops to the stitches for the ruffles. We're going to join our yarn here and then chain one. So we're doing fan stitches. We're going to skip the first stitch, and in the second stitch we're going to do 6 double crochets in the same stitch. Then we're going to skip a stitch, do a slip knot in the next stitch, skip a stitch, and then in the next stitch we're going to do 6 more double crochets. You can fold back your ruffles so that you can better see the back loops. You should have 48 back loops. Skip a stitch, slip stitch in the next stitch, skip a stitch, 6 double crochets in the back loop. And we're going to repeat this all the way around. Now you can fasten off at this point, but I'm going to do another row of leaves. So if you can see under here, there's another row of back loops. I'm going to use those to do my second layer of leaves. And I'm just going to continue the same pattern on the second layer of back loops all the way around. Then we do our last slip stitch and then fasten off. And as you can see, I got 2 layers of leaves. Now we start our flowers. This part could be somewhat tedious. So we're just going to join our flowers color with a slip stitch, and we're going to go into this first chain space right before the fan start. We're going to join here, and then we're going to chain 3. In this same chain space, we're going to do 5 double crochets. I apologize for the brightness of the pink, and I hope that you can see everything that I'm doing. After we do the 5 double crochets, we're going to take our hook out, look for the first stitch. We're going to put our hook into that first stitch, grab our loop from the top of the 5th stitch, and pull it through the first stitch. And we make like a puff. Then we're going to go in between the first and the 2nd stitch, and we're going to repeat that same thing. So 5 double crochets. Take your hook out, find the first stitch, put your hook through here, grab the loop from the 5th stitch and pull it through, and then chain 1. Then you're going to go to the next stitches, in between the next stitches. You're going to do this all the way around the fan, so you should have 6 puffs. It's 6 stitches in the fan, you should have 6 puffs. Take your hook out, put your hook in the first stitch, grab the 5th loop, pull through, chain 1, go on to the next stitch. See here, you should have 6 puffs in your fan. After you chain 1, you're going to go to the other side of the flower. Turn it around. And you're going to find the first stitch here. I really hope that y'all can see this. This stitch right here. And then you're going to slip stitch in there. Chain 1, and then you're going to skip the first 2 stitches right here, because the 2nd stitch is at the top of the puff. And then you're going to go in a 3rd stitch right next to the puff, and you're going to do 6 double crochets in that same stitch. We're going to do another fan. Skip the next stitch, which is at the top of the puff, and then we're going to go into the next stitch and do a slip stitch. Then we're going to skip the next stitch and go into the next stitch, and we're going to do another fan. 6 double crochets in the same stitch. And we're going to do this all the way around the flower, so we should have 3 fans. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch. Skip the next stitch, 6 double crochets in the same stitch. Then we're going to slip stitch in that first chain space and fasten off. Now, I don't know what kind of flower this is, and I may find an easier way to do this, but for now, this is what we're doing. And you're going to repeat this on each leaf all the way around, so each fan. So I should have 2 layers of flowers. This is where we should be after covering all of the leaves with the flowers. That's whether you did 1 layer or 2. Right here, I'm doing my last flower. And then we fasten off. It's so cute already. Now, y'all know we got to weave in all these ends, but I'm going to burn them. This bag is for me, so it don't really matter. Now, the drawstring is simple. We just going to do a chain. I did a chain of 80. You can make it as long or as short as you want. You can put whatever you want on your drawstring, but I'm going to just do a chain of 80. You can use the front post half double crochet indentations as a midline. And we're going to go to the first row of the body. And we're going to weave our drawstring in. Starting behind the indentation on the first stitch. And we're going to weave it in all the way around to the other side of the indentation. make the drawstring even and draw it up and, do your final touches. I had this gold chain already in here, so I'm going to use this. But in case you don't have gold chains just laying around, you can always join your yarn here and do a chain to the other side of the bag. And you can leave it at chains. You could do a chain of slip stitches. You could do a chain of single crochets. However you want to do your handbag strap.
Playing games, you switch like tables. Them shit turn around into arguments. Fix your lips, say you